Hello and welcome to I Am Movie. The movie opens, and we are told that before mankind's advent, other civilizations started exploring the universe. The movie then proceeds to a planet called Somalia, where we see a man named Mills sitting on a beach with his wife and daughter, Naveen. When their daughter is busy practicing a specific kind of whistle, Mills seems concerned about the 2-year exploratory mission he has signed up for and talks to his wife about it. She suggests him to discuss it with his daughter, and from their conversation, we learn that Naveen is suffering from a disease and that Mills has signed the mission to get money for her treatment. Mills then approaches Naveen, and after teaching her how to whistle properly, he seems confused. But Naveen reveals that she knows he has signed a mission for her treatment. After that, we see Mills' spaceship, and he wakes up after listening to a warning. The computer checks the status of the cryostasis and requests manual control. Mills rushes and takes control, but he fails to control the spaceship when it enters an unknown asteroid belt. Despite many struggles, Mills fails to handle the spaceship, and all the passengers in cryostasis die. Eventually, the spaceship crashes, and Mills awakens after dreaming about Naveen. The computer informs him that they are on an unknown planet, and Mills discovers that he has lost his crew in the crash. Mills puts on his suit and gets his gun ready before stepping out of the ship to find any survivors. All he finds are the dead bodies of his crew members, and a mysterious creature can be seen circling him when he is in the water. Mills returns to the ship and records a message asking for help, but then he deletes the message. He records another message, revealing the crash and stating not to come for him. Mills becomes hopeless and is about to finish himself when he recalls Naveen. Mills watches Naveen's videos, and suddenly the computer directs him to the location of a cryostasis with a survivor inside. Mills approaches the cryostasis, and upon rescue, he finds out that the survivor is a 9-year-old girl. He picks up the girl and is on his way back to the ship when he finds the footprint of a large dinosaur. After that, we learn that Mills landed on Earth about 65 million years ago, when dinosaurs lived. Mills brings the girl to the spaceship, and after putting her to bed, he leaves to find the intact escape vessel so that he may lead the kid to her home. Mills is wandering around when he finds the skeleton of a giant dinosaur, and as he steps ahead, he encounters an extremely hot water spring, but manages to save himself from it. Suddenly, he gets distracted by a shining object on the mountains, and upon checking the computer, it informs him that it is an escape vessel lying around 15 kilometers away. Mills tries to find the way to the escape vessel when he gets attacked by a dinosaur. After a little struggle, Mills manages to overpower and kill it. Mills decides to return to the ship when he notices some movement in the bushes and finds the little girl there. The girl gets scared and runs away. Mills follows her until both of them fall and find another giant dead dinosaur in front of them. The duo then notices the trees moving, and when a huge dinosaur appears, Mills saves the girl and brings her to the spaceship. Mills cleans the girl's wounds, and when he tries to talk to her, he learns that she cannot understand his language. He checks her records and learns that her name is Koa. Mills informs Koa about the crash and explains to her that they will have to go to the top of a mountain to get their escape vessel so that they may leave the planet. The girl draws her parents and understands the word family. Mills tells her that her parents are on the mountain. After that, Koa finds some recordings of Naveen, and when she is watching them one by one, Mills stops the recording in which Naveen looks sad and sick. He stops Koa from messing around with his belongings. Mills guides Koa about their journey, and they continue their journey to the mountain. Koa finds some berries and plucks them just to tease Mills, who gets frustrated and reveals to her that the berries are poisonous, advising her not to eat them. He continues walking when an insect sits on his neck, and as he tries to get rid of it, the insect leaves a sticky material on his hand. Mills tries to get rid of it, but his hand sticks to the tree. He falls in an attempt to get free, which it causes Koa to laugh. Mills heads to scare her with the sticky hand, but they are interrupted by a falling tree. The duo moves ahead, and Koa spots a baby dinosaur trapped inside a hole. Despite being ordered to stay away, Koa rushes to save the baby dinosaur, and Mills also has to help her. The baby dinosaur takes a few steps when the predators attack and kill it. Koa starts crying after witnessing its death, and Mills orders her to follow what he says, otherwise she will get herself killed. The duo sits on the bank of a stream to drink fresh water and fill their water bottles. Koa finds a flower and forces Mills to hang it in his hair. Soon, Mills's computer loses track of the escape vessel. Mills guides Koa to stay while he climbs a tree to scan the escape vessel on his computer. Mills notices scorpions on his hands, and as he shakes his hand, the branch under his feet breaks, causing him to fall and hit the ground, thus dislocating his arm. All of a sudden, a few predatory dinosaurs arrive and surround the duo. Mills tries his best to relocate the arm, and when the predators are about to attack them, Koa steps on his arm and helps him get his arm fixed. Mills picks up the gun and kills the dinosaurs, while Koa runs away from them. As she hides behind a fallen tree, the flying dinos arrive. She sneaks and hides on the other side, but gets caught by the predators. Before they can attack Koa, Mills arrives and saves her. As Mills gets relaxed, thinking he has saved Koa, another predator drags her away, and Mills barely saves her by shooting the predator. Koa then gets scared and moves away from Mills when he tries to comfort her. Mills understands her condition and gives her some time to overcome her fear. In the evening, Mills whistles for Koa, as he used to do for Naveen, and Koa replies by whistling back in the way her family used to whistle. Koa then indicates that she is ready to move forward and gets on Mills' back. The duo hides in a cave, and Mills surrounds their sleeping area with sensors. Mills spots some activity in the sky, and upon scanning it on his computer, he learns that a giant asteroid is approaching the planet and may result in an asteroid shower. Koa shows him Naveen's video recording, and Mills gets mad at her at first, but then he plays the recording for her, after which he orders her to sleep. Mills cries, dreaming about his daughter, and we discover that Naveen died 1 year after he left for his mission. Mills awakens after listening to the sensors indicate a threat, and when he approaches Koa, he finds her unconscious. He checks and finds an insect inside her mouth. Before the insect may have harmed Koa, he uses an instrument to kill it, while Koa wakes up, getting rid of the insect's waste. Still, the sensors indicate a high threat warning, and as the duo attempt to inspect, a giant dinosaur appears behind them. Mills shoots it in the eye, and the duo hides in the hole inside the cave. The computer directs the duo about the air current, but they find no way out. Mills digs to make a way out, but soon he gives up, stating that he does not have the instruments to make a hole. He gets disappointed and tells Koa that he has lied to her about her parents, but she does not understand a single word. She forces him to keep digging, and Mills thinks of a plan. He uses the bombs to make enough room for Koa to move out. He hands over the rest of the bombs to her so that she may use them in her hour of need. Koa enters the hole and reaches out, while Mills follows her. When he reaches half the way, the rocks collapse, leaving Mills trapped inside. He loses his mind after getting separated from Koa, but decides to use an alternate route to find her. As he returns using the way they entered the cave, he encounters a predator and loses his gun when the predator bites his arm. Mills fights the predator and distracts it using his computer. Mills gets a chance and kills it by accessing his gun. On the other hand, Koa finds a sharp-edged bone and keeps it inside her bag after covering it with the juice of poisonous berries. Mills comes out of the cave and screams Koa's name to reunite with her. Koa is wandering around when a predator finds her, and she traps it inside a wooden log. Koa gets rid of the predator by using all the bombs. Mills listens to the blasts, and as he rushes to save Koa, he gets trapped inside a swamp. He tries to get out of there, but he keeps sinking slowly. In the meantime, Koa arrives and rescues him, after which Mills hugs her tightly, indicating that they have developed a strong bond. Later that night, Mills informs Koa about the catastrophic asteroid approaching the Earth, and states that they need to reach the mountaintop as soon as possible. Eventually, they arrive at the mountaintop, and Mills gets excited after finding out that the navigation system and escape vessel are still intact. Meanwhile, Koa looks for her parents and starts crying after realizing that they have died. Mills comes to calm her, but she is very furious at him. He then comforts her by telling her that his daughter always loved him, but during her last time, she was unhappy with him because he was not by her side when she was dying. Koa gets sad after listening to this and hugs him. The duo then gets inside the escape vessel, and Mills becomes excited after learning that a rescue vessel has been sent to save them. Unfortunately, before they may have left the planet, an asteroid hit their escape vessel, and it is aligned in a position that is not suitable to take off. Suddenly, 2 dinosaurs come there and attack the vessel. Mills spots his gun and leaves the vessel to get rid of the giant dinosaurs. He sneaks to get his gun, but unfortunately, it does not work at that time. Koa watches this and comes out of her seat. When the dinosaurs approach Mills, she creates Naveen's hologram using Mills' computer, and as the dinosaurs attack Naveen, Mills fixes his gun and shoots down the dinosaur. Meanwhile, the second one turns to the escape vessel and throws it away, which accidentally aligns it in the perfect position for flight. Mills kills the second dinosaur after a few perfectly aimed shots and gets relaxed, thinking now everything is over and they can return home. Subsequently, the third dinosaur, which is the same one the duo encountered inside the cave, appears there. Mills leads the dinosaur away from there instead of rushing inside the escape vessel. He brings her to a place where there are many hot water springs, and as the dinosaur steps on one of them, she has to face the extremely hot water, but it does not affect her much. As the dinosaur heads to kill Mills, Koa attacks her with the bone she had and turns her blind. The dinosaurs step back and passes over another hot spring, which burns it completely. At the same time, the catastrophic asteroid gets too close to the Earth's surface, so Koa helps Mills reach the escape vessel. Before the asteroids hit the Earth, the duo leaves the planet safely and witnesses the destruction of the planet. Mills is finally at peace as he has fulfilled his promise of safely taking Koa home and gets sad thinking about his reunion with Naveen on the beach. Koa feels his pain and holds his hand, giving him new hope for life. That brings us to the end of this recap. What do you think about this story? Let us know in the comment section below. We'll love to hear you. Kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons to get updates from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.